So we got this question from Arjun, which is about how to update the kit. And I gave this answer here, and it might not be very clear, so I thought I would make a video. So I've tried to come up with this situation where I have this old version, the shadcn 2.1, 0.2.1 from August, and then I have like the new version here, which is the 1.1 from September. So if I go to the version, which is here, it's from actually October 5th. So that's the newest version. What I'm supposing is that you have this file where you use the old kit. So if we look at, for example, this alert dialog, it points to actually the new version. So let me just correct that and let's use the alert dialog from the old version. Okay, so let's say that you have this kind of like old UI, right? My old UI copy, and this needs to be upgraded. Okay, so you have this thing and it's pointing to an old kit. And what I did here was that both kits are published as a design system within my Figma account. So I have both Obra shadcn UI, which is the latest version, and 0.2.1, which is the old version. I have both published, right? And what I would recommend is first to try things manually. So identify the components you used. In this case, we are showing one component as an example, the alert dialog. And then what I would say is load both the old version and the new version of the library in your file. And then I would go through the manual steps. Like likely you will have many more components used than just one component, but the principle is the same. So you would go to the old kit. And what I tend to do is that I go to the layer itself and I put deprecated in front of everything. Actually, I use a plugin for that, but you can do it manually. But we might release this, which is the Obra Design Systems Helpers. And within this helper, we have a way to deprecate a component. So this adds a layer name deprecated to the alert dialog. And then you would click the visual deprecation overlay. So you won't have access to this plugin, but we might release it in the shadcn UI tools soon. And you can just do this manually, right? The only thing we're adding is a red overlay to the dialog. So at this point, the alert dialog is deprecated, right? So now when we publish the kit and we bring in the changes into our actual screen design file, we will see that there's a library update, right? Alert dialog is now deprecated and it has this red marker on top of it. So this gives me a visual indication that this is something that needs to be upgraded. So what you can do now is go into the new one and you would search for alert dialog and you would swap out the old one with the new one. So you will see that in this case, it looks exactly the same because this component did not change much. So what I'm doing is I'm holding Option on the Mac, which is Alt, and I'm also holding Command. Plus I'm dragging it out. So I'm basically dragging this onto itself, and now it's connected to the new shadcn UI. So this is a way to upgrade a component, and you could do this one by one. And actually, I think the manual way is the safest way. I'm gonna end this video here. I think that's what I want to explain, because if this doesn't work, so maybe I'm not gonna end this video here and I'm gonna try the way that Figma envisioned could maybe work, but I find that it doesn't always work. So let's say that we want to swap one library with another. Another way we can do it is go into here and we can say like everything that's from shadcn 2.1, 0.2.1, swap it with the alert dialog. But you see how, because we changed our name, there's no reference to the newer component. So I cannot actually change this. So what I would have to do is go back and republish my library. But let's just, for example's sake, just point out like another component, right? Let's say that I have this old dialog. What would the Figma swap library do now? That if I want to swap the library, theoretically, if I go into swap library, I could change the dialog to the newer dialog. But as you can see, it doesn't really work, right? It cannot find the new component, I do have to select something here. So in that case, it does find the link. That was my mistake. I didn't put a library to change to. So here, the dialog would change to dialog. I swap the library, and I even see like a visual change, right? Like something changed visually between this old change and this new change. So depending on your needs, maybe that could work. Like I would maybe do it on a copy of your design file and see if swap library would work for you. I don't have that much experience with it, but I recently learned that it can be quite powerful. All right, so this is about how to upgrade shadcn UI to a newer version, either manually or automatically. And you could use the swap libraries function in Figma, but warning, your mileage may vary.